This is the Can We Talk podcast. My name is Calvin, aka Chef Cal. To the left of me, as always, I have my two co-hosts, Raven Brown.
Hello, hello.
And Brittany Hill.
Hey, hey, hey.
And we have a very, very special guest in the building, Cece Hustle.
You know what it is. What's up with it? Thank you, everybody.
So I know there's a couple of questions Raven wanted to get into first. So if you're ready for some questions and you think you can answer them in the highest level possible, Raven, go ahead.
My heart's beating. Let's do it.
Yeah, be nervous. I'm just kidding. So I know that you're a musician, and I've heard a lot of your songs, and
thank you.
One especially because you're a good friend of mine. But so I want to know who inspired you to get into music?
Man, growing up as a kid, I see Michael Jackson do everything amazing. And so seeing him and his creativity and having fun with it and dedication to it definitely put a light on it. And then the artistry and Biggie Smalls, his passion, and he just made it look so cool, you know, growing up. So he was definitely somebody that I look up to when it came to it was all a dream to seeing him in the studio, to seeing that scenery. Yeah. I wanted to be there. At that very moment.
Awesome. So is that the only people that inspire you for your music, or do you have like family members, friends?
As far as like the people inspire me, situations inspire me, you know. Women that I've dealt with inspire me to, you know, create.
Oh, they inspire me too.
So yeah, most definitely, you know. But those are some who influenced me, who inspired me to, hey, I want to do this too.
So what does your creative process look like?
Man, what it looks like, it really just depends, you know. Sometimes I'm a writer more than anything, so I'll write. Then I gotta call my producer and hey man, you got some beats? Then I'll try to match up these words to whatever beat he sends me. So more than anything, I already have a song written. It's just finding the perfect beat or style for it to go to make something pop off.
Awesome. So if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
Man, I heard it's like a lot of people who pretend to be friends and who pretend, you know, if I could change something like that, like if you're gonna be around me, just be honest. You know, I heard it's a lot real. Just keep it real, be honest. Like, hey, I'm only messing with you because my PA, my PR, whoever said, hey, so let's make this look good. Okay, we can make it look good. We can put this out and we can get this money together. Let's get this bag together. But don't fake it, you know. Yeah. If it's about a bag, let's keep it about a bag and keep it moving, keep it grooving.
Yeah.
You know,
I could definitely see like a change in like the music industry from like when you mentioned Biggie and like Tupac and stuff like that, like how their lyrics were more about their life and about what's going on in their what's going on in the world. And today's hip hop is way different. So
almost about like just showing off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big flexing.
Flexing and everything rented. In that video that you talking about, everything rented, that car rented, them chains you about to have to turn in, go on and put in that bucket.
Not my chains.
That's why I don't do all that. That's I you know,
big cap.
Look, I got a day job. I can't afford them diamonds yet.
You know what? Just give me my, what are they? My rhinestones from Charmin. Well, Charmin don't exist anymore, but
the CZs.
Yeah.
The cubic.
And then I really wanted to ask you some fun questions because I just
closer to the mic, Raven. There you go.
I really wanted to ask you some fun questions. So, like, are you a Marvel or a DC fan?
Marvel.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
We don't have to stop the interview. We don't have to stop the
question. Right. She can keep going.
Right. That was the test.
Okay. Big question.
Yeah.
Piggybacking off that, who is your favorite Marvel character?
You know what? I was really into X-Men, so like the 92 original versions, I've watched the whole series, and just having the backstory of Wolverine. I know he's like, you know, a main character everywhere, but actually looking at his backstory and seeing who he became from, like, you know, not having his memory and the situations he'd been in to fighting his brother, and he didn't even know it's his brother, and it's just like, if only he knew, you know?
So did you hear that Zac Efron's going to take over Hugh Jackman?
I thought that was a rumor, and I'm not for it.
It's a rumor?
It is a rumor. That's not a fact yet.
Okay. Better not be trying to take
I was
over my
like,
husband's spot.
not the dude from High School Musical.
That's what we said. I was like, I don't. What is he gonna do?
We have to find someone better, right?
He gonna be dancing and cutting people up at the same time.
Facts.
His little thing's gonna come out of his hands.
It'd be too corny. It'd be too corny. I'm sorry. I'm not a hater, but that would be really corny.
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention to the Marvel stuff that's coming out? You know, Winter Soldier, WandaVision. You been watching that?
I actually just seen a little article pop up, but I actually didn't get the time to read it. But I seen it, and I was just like, okay, when I get home, I'm gonna sit down and scroll and look, read my articles. But I haven't read any articles today at all.
And the piggyback off of, well, not even piggyback. I'm actually going to change the complete subject. Sorry. You're from Austin. Mm-hmm. Born and raised, or born somewhere else and then born and raised?
Yeah, born and raised here in Austin.
You're a rapper.
Yes.
Tell me a couple of challenges that comes with being a rapper in Austin.
Being a female rapper in Austin.
That's good.
Both. Being a rapper and then a female as well.
I think one of the, I just feel like some people, okay, dang, let's be for real. And I'm gonna say 100. People have their people that they fuck with. So your homeboy music could be trash as hell, but you're still gonna you're gonna put him on because that's your homeboy. Mm-hmm. But you're not gonna tell him progress or to fix this or try this, or you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna help him grow. You're just gonna keep putting him on when he got trash music. When there's another artist who's grinding twice as hard, working hard, to do that. Mm-hmm. So my thing.
So you see that a lot.
A lot.
I thought she was talking about the definition of Austin, Texas. What she just said.
I said Austin artists. Austin artists.
That's not because I don't. That's specific to the music. That's just Austin.
That's Austin.
Period.
I feel like I always had like an eye for music, just because when I growing up in the church and stuff, everybody. I was the only choir member besides my sisters and brothers. But with music, when it comes to music and I hear artists and I hear other performers and stuff like that, I just feel like some people are good at writing, some people are good at producing, some people are good at rapping, and I just feel like some people just try to do all in the mix, and you have to find that one.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Find your lane. Stay in it.
I agree with that, but I think that in the climate now, you kind of have to do everything on your own.
But that comes with investing in yourself. Okay, he might not be as good as it, but there's songs that are out there that have horrible producing, but it's a really good song, and people are still playing it. Versus going to the studio. I'm spending this much money
trying to perfect your craft.
It takes time. There's a couple of things that I've gone to the studio for, and then I invested in myself, and I got a home studio. And when people hear it, they were like, "Yo, what studio you went to?" I was like, "My bedroom." They're like, "No, for real?" And I was like, "I got songs that sound worse, though."
Yeah.
But it took time and a lot of YouTube videos, to make that happen. But I think anybody could do it. Even though you can stay in your lane, you can also pick up the knowledge, and make it your lane.
Yeah.
This is true.
So what is your favorite genre of music?
Hip hop, of course.
But I'm just kidding.
Hip hop has so many subdivisions now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you got people who sound like Kevin Gates and Rod Wave, and then you got people who sound like Future and Lil Keed or Gunna, So it's different. It's like some Slump God Ski Mask and XXX Tentacion. There's these different subcategories when it comes to hip hop. So
what would you say that you feel like you kind of gravitate to, or your music would relate to or fall
I
under?
think it's got when I make music, it's some songs are sad boy songs, or some songs are I want a mosh pit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what it is. That's it's one of the two. When you get with me, we finna have a mosh pit, or we're finna cry together.
So as far as being an artist in Austin, you talked about that just a little bit. What about being a female artist in Austin?
Okay, so when I've noticed that I'll be booked for a show, and me and the same person has the same set time. I didn't pay for that slot, he didn't pay for that slot, and so I ask, hey, do you want to perform for me? Sure, I will, but I want this, that, and the third. And sometimes what I want is not given to me, but will be given to the next artist. Oh, wow. And so it's kind of like, male? Yes. So it's kind of like, okay, no. Pull me off pull me off. I don't want to do it at all. Then it gets to, oh no, we can cater to you. We can, all right, let's get it done. Why didn't you do it the first time?
But you gotta flex. You gotta flex your muscle in order to get with it.
Right.
Honestly, like I went to this recent rap show and the artist was really, really good. Mm-hmm. I think Doc Sick or someone, I don't even know if that sounds familiar to you. They were hosting it at some theater in Austin, and like the artists were good, but a lot of the female artists, they got pushed back to the end, but they were so talented. So I can kind of see like how that would play out, as a female rapper in Austin.
Rap has always kind of been like a male dominated
industry.
Yes, exactly. But now, like, females are really breaking barriers. We're really out here. Mm-hmm. And so, like, it's kind of like we do get our wave, and then we don't. But in order for them women to get there, they had to fight to get there. They had to kind of kick and push to be seen and heard.
So what do you think you would be doing if you weren't doing music? Like if music was an option?
Man, if music wasn't an option, that's so weird. Well, when I'm not doing music, like I said, I got a day job. I'm probably working my bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm living a regular life, average Joe. You know what I'm saying? Right. Trying to stay out the way, hustling, something.
So I have the most important question. So when am I gonna be on your album?
Hey, I'm always looking for somebody to do some skits. I'm always looking for vocals.
Raven got you on the skits.
You know what I'm saying? Skits, vocals. We can do that. If you're serious about it too.
No, I could never, because these vocals are not up to par.
That's why they got auto-tune. You know what I mean?
Okay, you know what? We might have to talk after.
For sure thing.
Do you recall the first time, like if you think all the way back, do you remember the first time you fell in love with music or started doing music?
106 in Park.
Oh, yay.
Wait, what 106 in Park? AJ and Free?
Of course.
Okay. That Wild Roxy shit was trash.
Gotta be.
AJ and Roxy.
Nah, that was just like, you fell off after that. Like, I was just
Rhapsody in the basement?
Yes.
Those days.
Yeah, well, where these music videos wasn't 16 dudes holding a pistol or just women talking. The video actually had a storyline,
22. Pew, pew, pew.
That's it.
Yeah. That's good old music. Good
music.
You
like, dang.
So that's where your inspiration.
Mm-hmm. It's more so the videos. Like I said, like being an MJ fan, his videos is just
telling stories.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then he's got like these long 10-minute videos, but the song 3 minutes.
The visionary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the vision, the creative. Yeah.
Most definitely.
So what is one of your favorite songs to perform?
One of my favorite songs to perform, Clout. I like Clout because of the energy that I receive from Clout. And Tough. Like, Tough is actually that was like my first major song. I got a lot of love right there. And, right now, summertime coming up outside is always a great one, too.
Yeah.
It's a great one. It was pure fun and energy. Yeah. When we did outside, so I had the realest people with me, and we just turned up. And no cap, a lot of my music videos, I do them at my mama's house. We in my mama's backyard having fun.
Yeah.
Real tea. So that's just what it is. It's about having fun.
So what? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was trying to say, we trying to be outside 2021.
Okay.
I'm trying to be outside.
This rain, snow, whatever, apocalypse.
Pandemic, panorama.
What would you be doing what do you miss most about pre-COVID?
Shows.
Yeah, I was like, last year, does that affect your
shows? Man. Shows, because it's just like, you have your people with you, then you have a bunch of people who've never seen you before, and then, you know what? There's actually people that I came to, like, laying in my bed thinking about shows. There's like 2-3 people who have never missed a show they haven't been at every single show.
Oh,
And like I don't talk to them every day, or I don't, hit them up.
Which
But
you can only imagine.
yeah, so like, okay, if I get out of Austin and I go bigger, think about how many other people would never miss a show.
Yeah.
If they knew of me, or if I was a bigger artist than what I am now.
What artist would you like open for if you could just choose any artist in the industry?
It's so many. It's so many. Man,
Like your dream,
I
like your dream. Like I would just love.
Missy Elliott. If Missy Elliott ever,
That would be a fun concert.
I would definitely want to do something with her. Like, she's always been one to inspire me too.
Yeah.
Watching her come up.
She
very
is
creative.
a dope creative. That's
Yes.
exactly,
She is.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Missy
Yes.
Elliott. She is a legend.
Her imagination
Give
is
her
just
her
so
roses.
broad. Like it's just like who thinks like that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whatever she says, you're flipping dip up land yet.
They said if you play it in reverse, it actually
That is what she said. It is. That is real. TikTok told me.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
seen that.
See, Calvin, you should get on TikTok.
No.
Are you a TikTok fan?
You know what, my little brother is, and he sends me stuff, and like I go into him, he's like, dude, did you see what I sent you on TikTok? I'm like, no. He's like, open it right now. So I gotta watch 37 videos when I open it. So I'll be on there for a little while.
Me too. I
Love me some TikTok.
Y'all gonna be eating ramen noodles looking at
Yes.
TikTok.
I'm gonna cook those ramen
Some
noodles.
gourmet ramen noodles.
They gonna show you how.
We finna put you on, Chef Cal.
I can put you on some gourmet
All right, so
ramen
that's the
noodles.
next one.
That's easy.
The next one is ramen.
Yeah. Our next mixer.
Y'all got motherfucking brown sugar and soy sauce. Like, y'all fucking shit. That shit's
And
not
finna
good.
go off.
Different.
Anything with brown
finna
sugar,
go
brown sugar
Let me
on ham.
I have all those ingredients. I can make that for y'all. And y'all gonna
Now?
be like, no, not now.
I'm gonna need my soft boiled egg and all that on the side when you cook my ramen.
Nah, they was putting the shit in there. They were just cracking the egg and putting it in there and mixing it together.
No,
Hey, that's TikTok for you.
nah, that's kids.
So, is your family very supportive of your art?
When I first started, they kind of weren't. They were like, "Go to school for something serious," Then it's like, but when they actually, when they actually seen how much I invested into it, oh yeah, they were behind me 100%. They're sending it to my people back in Nigeria. They're here for it. Like sometimes I pop up on my mom and she's like literally listening to my tape. She's listening to my tape. I had an issue with this last tape I had just dropped, Self Lit. That's currently on all platforms.
Hey.
I had to like pull it down and then put it back up. And my mom was like, "What's wrong with I was trying to listen to the song and it didn't work." And people were messaging me. I was just like, yeah, they had cut one of my songs short or whatever. I uploaded the wrong track, so it's like, dang, simple mistakes, and I had to wait 2 weeks to get it back up there.
How do you upload music? Like, where do you go through?
Right now, for the distributor that I have is independent. I go through DistroKid, and it's really, you keep up with yourself. They show you how much money you made for your spins. They give you they got like videos. YouTube is my best friend. They got videos that show you how you can like get your music to other places. So from DistroKid, I was able to get my songs on Pandora.
Okay.
So that was
nice.
like really something major. So you can go on Pandora right now
And pull you up?
Yeah, Cece Hustle Radio, and it's
You're
there.
on Spotify too, right?
I'm on Spotify, iTunes,
And YouTube.
YouTube. I got you can pull me up, do a dance on TikTok.
Okay, nice.
So
this is our
I
chance.
pushed it there. So find you a good song and get to grooving. You know what I'm saying?
Create our little dance so you can go viral.
They were
Yeah.
trying to show me some TikTok dances yesterday, and I was practicing today. I almost hurt my neck.
That's what I said, man. My knees ain't built the same way.
Okay.
I don't got them Meg Thee Stallion knees or them NBA YoungBoy knees to be jumping up and down like that.
You'll definitely hear a crackle in my knee if I do anything. Just the slightest bit, a crackle.
I remember, but you got to think about it. The reason why our knees is popping now because we was dropping it low, crushing. You know what I'm saying?
We sure was.
Dropping it low, crush.
Or what's that? Took that thing up, Mom.
let it roll.
Pop, lock, and drop
You
it.
know
Pop,
they, y'all
lock,
know
and
they
drop
still
it.
played in the
Pop,
streets.
lock, and drop it.
They still played in the streets.
In the streets?
Man, yeah.
Raven know all about the streets.
I love it.
Anybody who like 27 plus, when we swag and surf, I know your knees is popping.
Man, when that beat drop,
I know them knees is popping.
They play that too. I know, like, your energy is like big. Like, whenever you enter a room, whenever you do anything, your energy is big. So I know that must be like a big thing whenever you have your, because I've never seen you live before. I've heard your music, but I've never seen you live before, and I feel like that is a big thing when you walk up on the stage. Would you say that that's true?
I think, yeah, when I come up, I kind of look, I start off kind of shy, but my dreads start swinging. I'm going across the stage. I could barely breathe, but I'm pushing through. We you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I tend to get the crowd lit. I love it. That's what I miss the stage is. I like that energy. Yeah. And the energy I give, and then the energy reciprocated while I do what I love. Is just something amazing.
So you mentioned that you're Nigerian as well. So I know Afro beats have been, like, it's been around for a while because I listen to Afro beats. So would you ever like put a twist with Afro beats in there?
Man, I'm waiting for the right one. I got one of my roommates is a DJ. He's from Ghana, and he's got somebody out that way trying to cook up a beat, and we're finna send him some equipment that way, so we could just kind of keep it within ourselves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, and there's another artist out here that I want to work with. He's also from Austin. He does Afro beats, and so I'm just like, let's do something and advertise it back home. You know what I'm saying?
I think that'll be big because a lot of people are like, a lot of artists, you know, that are domestic, are a lot of their music is popular like in other countries.
Overseas, right? Yeah.
Or just outside of the city of Austin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, like that. It's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah. Austin used to be the live music capital of the world.
Live.
I just feel like
it's for live music.
Not
That's the
recorded
key
music.
word.
It still is, but it's people from outside of the city that come here to perform. That's not people within the city.
And it's shows. It's known for the shows.
But that's that's the thing, you know, like you get love when you start getting love outside of your city, you know what I'm saying? Then the city's like, oh snap, I went to school, I knew, you know,
right.
You know, so doing this now.
When I was trying to get y'all to put me on, y'all wasn't trying to put me on. Now we're in Houston, San Antonio, Atlanta, now these other cities showing me love. Then you get the love from back home.
I tell people this all the time. People who move to Houston and move to Dallas, they look way more successful.
Yeah,
just moving
to be
there.
out there. That's one of my. I have my big brother. He stays in Houston, and then my big sister stays out in Dallas. So them two have both been talking to me about how about you come down this weekend and get you some gigs, or we can do it like
that would
this.
be good.
You just had a big show in Houston, correct?
Actually, yeah, we was out there. We did the dancers locker room. So it was more so advertising myself. Though they was very delayed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was like their second major party that they had done. So like the DJ came kind of late, then you know there was an issue when it came to sending the music over. But I know when I went there, I still did my thing. I had my banner up. I was the only artist with a big old banner, my face, my name. I said I was also the only artist out there with some merch, you know what I'm saying? So I went out there, I made some money. People, like, I wasn't even by my table, and, you know, females is like this and they twerking and so I got a lot of followers, a lot of pictures. People were coming, hey, you're you know, I actually follow you. Can I get a picture? So
awesome.
that feeling was super amazing. It was super amazing.
And it's the merch is some of the merch you're wearing, is that like one of the shirts?
This is actually just my personal shirt. Like, so when I do some shows sometimes, so like this is me personally in the bag. It's got my Instagram and advertising.
I'm about to make I want to dress like that.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's how you gotta do it.
You gotta be a walking
like
advertisement.
Advertise yourself. I like that.
It's about how you market yourself. So, you know, you gotta make it look good. Look at that. It look good.
It does.
It does. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. That's real.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's just good. You know, I came to be seen, and they saw me.
I'm glad. That's one of the good feelings about being an artist is like when your fans like notice who you are and they know that they love your music, and then when you meet them and they're inspired by you. So that's
it's
a great feeling.
It's the reason why I keep going, you know. Like, oh, somebody listen to me. Like, you know, I could drop a song, I get 400 plays that day. A week later, I can get 1,000 plays. I had dropped a music video and I got like 2K plays in 24 hours. I was surprised. I was like, wow, people really listen to me. People really watch it.
That's you have a big
following
on Spotify too.
Yeah, if I could do that and keep going, I can double up on my numbers, you know. So I could just definitely double. You know, it's possible because at one point I was only getting 50 plays.
Right.
Now I'm getting 400. Now I'm getting 1,000. Now I'm getting 10K. You know, those kind of numbers. Let's double up to. You know, I'm gonna need 1 million streams sooner or later. You know, so my whole objective is to like flood it. You know, keep dropping songs, flood it. So
and that's what you gotta do. Like the immediate success that people want. That's not what really breeds success.
Right.
You know, you might get one pop off and it hit whatever number you were looking for, but it's about consistency. So continually to do that, just to put out music, put out product, whatever the case may be, like that's where the grind really starts. And people don't see that grind, and that's unfortunate. It makes you look like a little less than you think you are, but once it gets to a level that you feel like you're comfortable with and everyone around you is comfortable with, that's when it really pays off.
No, that's true. That's very, very true. And that's the reason why one of the things, you know, I said I gotta stop being lazy. I ain't okay if I get lazy. But consistency, you know, that's the key. Consistency is the key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it be some people who be terrible rappers, but they always dropping something from somebody to see. You know, and you know, it's people who are consistent, who got themselves out there. Who was it? I seen it. Mosey said consistency is key, and you know, when I was looking at it, I was like, this dude really right. That's just something that simple. Because eventually they're gonna catch on and they'll be like, hey, I had no idea you had all this back here.
Exactly.
Right. And they're gonna go back and
that's the whole point is literally to make a catalog long enough that once you hit, they have enough to go back to for a long time. You don't really have to drop anything new at that point, but you have a whole catalog in the back.
To go through. Yeah.
They can see your progression, they can see your growth, they can see who you are now. Because nowadays, once again, people really post something like if it don't get to where they expect it to be, they sad, they done, they don't want to invest no further. They're like, no, I tried, but you know, trying these days, especially with social media and stuff like that, that's actually putting yourself out there trillions and trillions of times.
No, it's really kind of like no excuse because we have all these outlets now that other people didn't have. You know,
and now even more so with the pandemic, like everybody's always on the internet because what else are we gonna do? You know,
for real. You're right. It's about that social media presence as well. So I wanted to start this thing. I love Goon Mask and whatnot. As you can see, you know, like sometimes I'll be in my room playing on the PlayStation with my Goon Mask on. My brother pop in like, what the fuck? You know, I'll be laying in my bed with my Goon Mask on and just be thinking. And so I want to, you know, I want to start these reels. Y'all gonna see them. Y'all gonna see them soon.
I think I want to give me one of those. Yeah, that's gonna be my new mask when I wear it out.
That's me right there with the green Goon Mask on, chilling, just in my room.
Try going to Walmart with that on though.
We'll do it. We will do it, and you'll see it's coming soon. No, it's coming soon.
Oh Lord,
that's great.
I ain't stealing nothing. I just want milk and bacon.
If I seen you in that, I'll definitely give you all my milk and my bacon.
Appreciate
and
that.
the eggs. You want butter too?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited to have you on. I think we kind of went through the questions quicker than expected because we're only at 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got an hour left.
Here we go.
So as far as what you've seen in Austin, name a couple positive things you see as far as the community goes, whether it be in the rap community, any other industry that you're around and things like that. And I also want to know, what is studio time going for these days?
Okay, so the positive thing, people are starting their own platforms for people like me, people like you. Got a platform for people like me to come here and showcase myself and talk to y'all and put a personality on what I have going on. So that right there, that's what I've seen. I'm starting to see a lot of that, you know, being in the wave that of COVID came. So it's like we still want to do what we want to do, but it's just in a different manner, in a different way. Studio time, everybody a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you record at? Is North as well?
No.
I know there's there used to be, back in the day when I actually was like fucking in that industry, there was a studio right off of Burnett.
Me and A Squared.
My guy
and
Chris
Ty.
too. Chris used to be a tattoo guy in there.
Yeah.
He had merch in the first. When I was
in that little
studios,
first corner right there, and that was the studio that was the main studio that a lot of people that, and then I think the Beat Kitchen were the main two studios on the north that we had going on at that time, and that was a while ago.
It was a while ago. That's why I was like, that's been a while since I've been in there.
We've been doing this for a while now. You know what I'm saying? We just now finding ourselves, you know. So yeah, that at the time, and his rates only went up like $10.
$10.
Now I can't be putting out my secrets. You know, I can't hear everybody. The game is to be sold.
Exactly.
They can DM me, and for $15, I tell you where to go.
Facts.
You know
tell you where to go.
Facts. Even in those studios, I just remember like there were some legendary people that would come through.
Yes,
you know?
ESG had came through there.
I think last time I was there, like the next day, it was who was it? It was probably Slim. Was it Slim Thug that was in there?
Yeah, Kevin Gates even came through there. Who else?
Oh, nice.
I don't like Kevin Gates' music.
What?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
He's
of Kevin
my
Gates.
road trip music.
I'm not a big fan of his music. I just don't like his cadence. I just
really?
I don't like. Yeah,
I think some of the songs he contradict. I think, but a lot of
that's
artists
what I'm saying. Like
contradict themselves.
But he do it blatantly. He'd be like, "I love bitches," and be on his post the next man, "I hate bitches." Like what? Like I don't fuck with Kevin Gates like that.
There's a lot of artists who actually contradict themselves for a good song. You know, it be like that sometimes. Like, damn. Like, I swear.
So the Beat Kitchen doesn't exist anymore? Or is
I think it's still there. It's still up there. I know. I have a friend artist who's actually fucking with the Beat Kitchen for a while. Marche with the blue hair. Yeah.
So you don't want to get into studio time payments and things like that.
No, we don't talk about numbers. Not yet.
$500,000.
Is it a thing where now? Because once again, I used to be in studios with people all the time. Like I'm not a music person or anything. I'm just there. You know, I was just part of the crew. And is it like a fee now? Like, is it still just like you pay per session, or is it like you set
like
up some kind of situation?
Rates,
okay,
hourly rates, and then you find some good people who are like they want you there. You know what I'm saying? So they don't mind paying for your session, or they don't mind. But yeah, I've been to some studios. I've been invited. I've been given a free beat. I've recorded for free and everything. I've been invited to some situations because they want to take that, and when I have to offer it to another person to have it checked out. And so it's just like me, like I said, I do what I do in my bedroom. So like to get the invitation, you know, I go there because you gotta think about it. It's somebody homeboy who up in there recording for free right now. While we doing this, somebody got some free studio time right now, you know.
How do the beats work now? Like, is it a situation where how do you own it? How do you get to own the beat that you traditionally pick, or is it still royalties and bullshit like that?
Of course, I know you can go to websites. I give you free game, beatstars.com, airbit.com. You can go to those websites. It's $30 beats on there that you can get the rights. You know what I'm saying? And then it's somebody who makes beats who's just trying to get out there themselves, and so you know they want their name out there underneath your name or next to your name, so they can have other artists say, hey, where'd you get that beat from? Oh, I went to so and so to get it from. But right now, I personally work with 2 producers. KVN, we dropped that tape together. So all of my latest tape, Self Lit, all the beats on that project is produced by him only.
Okay.
So that was about like 8 songs on there, all produced by him. And then I have a youngster, Youth the Rich, and he's the one who did we did the Outside track. We did number 5, but he's like 17. He's 17, so he found me on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he found me on Instagram. He said, hey man, I'll chunk you something, and you know, just put my name on it. I put a name on it, and then you know, I give him credit, so they collect the royalties the same way I collect the royalties, and we have our split. So you know, I'm always like, me personally, when I do features, Like I don't be like $200 for the features. I want my percentage off that feature because I might
How
blow.
much it does? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm still working on getting out there, and on top of that, I might blow. I need all my change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every single coin.
You know what I'm saying?
Every single one.
Right. So you know they're gonna be spinning your track underneath my name because it's a feature. So like, hey, I'm gonna need them coins too. You know?
Absolutely.
So whenever I was little, my brother, they actually used to be big and awesome with music because it's so much different than how it was like when I was 13. Like, actually they were pretty good. I will admit.
I would hope so.
If they're hearing this, yeah, y'all were pretty good. Even though y'all are my brothers, and I would be like, he still does. They don't do the music anymore, but they still do the beats and stuff. So I was always like, why are they always doing this? Like when I was little, but now as I'm looking at them, I'm just like, man, the beats and the music that just plays a big part in just like. Like just what brings just everything together.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
now it's like you can have some whack lyrics and just have a booming beat and it's gonna go.
And sometimes, do y'all know that sometimes y'all are like, oh, I like the beat to this song, and you're not like, I don't really care about the lyrics, but it's the beats. That's the beats. Yeah, that's how these that's where you get these producers who got really good names down, you know,
just because of the beat,
right? Like, man, who is Metro Boomin?
Metro Boomin wants some more.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I was
cooking shit up quick.
And then Cece on the beat. She did the beat with Drake. I think that first
London
on the track.
Yeah.
Because Drake said, "Got my beat from Cece."
Like,
yeah. Then
I always hear too dope.
who else is, man? It's quite a few.
Young Berg is really big right now.
Yeah, I had no idea. Young Berg has a really big. He's, I thought he fell off, but I didn't know he was sitting in the back. Yeah,
he been in the back seat,
producing like on some crazy shit.
Yes, I didn't know he was that big like that.
I thought he fell off too after Love and Hip Hop.
No,
him and
been in the studio.
Hazel E broke up. I thought that was it.
We thought the same thing. It ain't true.
On low key, Berg wasn't fucking with Hazel.
But his shit is so like low key. Like in songs, like his little like marquee thing is so low key. You don't even notice it in the song.
Wow.
But he's producing. He's producing at a high level. So as far as artists in Austin, do you have a top 5 for you?
Do I have a top 5? I like people who keep me energetic and who come off raw. And like,
because I can't name 5 rappers in Austin.
Stop. So. you sitting with one. Cece Hustle.
No, that's one. I can't name 5.
I did a track with Spiffy, and I like him for his energy. I asked him for a feature because I like the type of energy that he produced. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I also like Marche is a friend of mine. I like the energy that she comes off. She comes off very lyrically and raw.
Wait, I think I've actually seen her before.
You probably have, because she's got some major things going on. And like Mama Duke, she's definitely one too. I like the way that she's creating for the LBG community, and on top of that, doing like the online shows, and like she brings artists out. She invites artists.
Oh, nice.
I did a couple of showcases with her, and I like what she got going on too. Then again, Jay Soldier, I've listened to some of his stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of tracks that he got that I actually like. You know, I don't like everybody's music, but I like some songs. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
How many was that? That was 4?
I think that was 4. I think you got one more. Not counting yourself. Not counting yourself. Yeah.
Man, you know that Quinn, he going hard. There's like 2 tracks I like by him. I've only heard 2 tracks, but it's 2 tracks.
How do you hear people's music from Austin?
How do I hear their music? Well, I follow a lot of, Facebook is local, so the people post their tracks, and sometimes people will DM me their music, and so I'll check it out. If I respond, it's lit. If I double tapped it, we can work a little harder. It's it.
If y'all are listening, you got the memo. If you got that double tap, take your ass back to the lab.
People hit me up and they
take your ass back to the lab and put in that work.
I'm like, send me what you got first.
Raven.
I also have a few other friends that are musicians, and I went to this rap show on Monday. I think they have it every Monday. I don't know. I'll post it on my social media so that y'all guys can know. But one of my other friends is an artist, and I finally heard them live, and I was like, wow, you're actually pretty good. Like, you're good. Like, you're great. Like, the lyrics was good. And then I saw, like, the other artists before me, and everybody, I don't even know about me. I was like, whoa, like, I was having the time of my life. I was like, you know, doing this, you know. People probably looking at me in the background like, what is she doing? Like, why is she here? You know.
Austin I think it's saturated with artists, so it's kind of hard to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the same for every market, but it's saturated with people who don't like each other. You know what I mean? Like Atlanta, like it's there's mad rap everywhere, but like everyone fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Austin's like, yo, I gotta get it by myself. Fuck everybody else. I don't need no help. I don't want no help. And then
that's the problem. It feel like crabs in a bucket sometimes.
So you were on the top, what was it? The top 100 list for rap artists in Austin.
Yeah, I think I don't remember. It was a few articles that I believe was it, or it was like I think they were naming hip hop artists to look out for in Austin or something like that. It was something. It was an article. And
you're one of them.
Yeah, I was in shock. You guys, actually,
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Where's that clap?
It's delayed. It's delayed. It was delayed, but y'all heard it.
We got some new sound effects.
The nigga said,
just cutting it.
I was waiting on the two. I got quiet. I'm like, go on, lift the clap for me now.
But that's awesome. That's a big accomplishment.
Man, because I like I said, I had no idea I was even on that list. Somebody brought it to my attention, and then to get the congratulations from you guys and the friends, it was like, oh man, so heartwarming. I was like proud of myself. I was really proud of myself.
That's great.
Yeah, I've been mentioned in the Austin Chronicle a couple of times.
Hey.
So those kind of things are a really good feeling, because it's just like, y'all watch it now, y'all see it, like my crowd doesn't go unnoticed. It's there.
Right.
So
what's next for you?
What's next? At the moment, I really just kind of want to like saturate the system with some songs. The rest of this year, I'm like, I'm not too worried about a video.
We need to shout out one song. You gotta be like, the Can We Talk podcast was crazy. Like, you have to. You have to spit some shit.
Right. I said, I need a picture after this. Y'all need to send it to me.
We got you.
You know what I'm saying?
If you need a co-rapper,
okay,
she's your girl.
I said I'll be the hype man. I got you all day.
In the back.
I'll be the hype man. Look, don't put me on the stage with you with a mic. I will hype you up.
That's what I tell you. That's what I want, though.
I will hype you up.
Just call me Blackbird. Okay, listen.
I currently need a hype man. I be on there doing it by myself.
I got you. I
will be your audience member, your main audience member. I'll be in the front doing this.
What headphones on playing the same song?
You can't see me, and I'm glad that you can't, because I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, them lights be super bright. You really can't see
those
the crowd.
Those are those theater lights.
Is that when you lock in? Like, when you see those lights, is that when you lock in? Is that when you get a little nervous?
It's like, I see the lights, I get a little nervous, but when I see the shadows moving on the other side of the lights, then I know.
Are you sure those are the lights, or that you shining?
Hey, definitely me. Yeah. Man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so now it's welcome to the podcast. So we got the questions out the fucking way. Now let's get to some questions and some kind of news, I guess. I think we're going to take it a different direction than I think I originally thought we were going to take it, but it's perfectly fine. I want to also check in with everybody as well. How are y'all doing? I'll start with Raven, Brittany, Cece Hustle.
Hey.
I'm doing pretty well. I got my voice back, so I'm pretty excited about that. So now y'all get to hear me say. Of course, Calvin's like, "Oh God, why did she get her voice back?" But for the most part, mentally, I'm doing good. Physically, I'm doing good after that meal we had yesterday. So I'm doing good. Had my daily Taco Bell today, so I'm good.
Life is good. I mean, mentally, feeling good. energized. Like Raven said, we got fed real good last night, so that caused me to get a good night's sleep. So I'm here.
That part.
Yeah, everything's good. You know, still kind of always taking it a day at a time, just with the times that we're in. So you gotta just take it a day at a time. Don't stress about the things that happened yesterday. Don't worry about the things that are gonna happen tomorrow. Focus on today. Keep your mind positive, and kind of go from there. But yeah, everything's good.
I'm glad to hear it.
You know, most definitely. I woke up this morning, so I gotta say is I'm blessed. You know, that's just what it is to me. And what she said, one day at a time. So you know, you can't stress on yesterday. You can't stress on the things that you can't control. You know, you gotta let go, get it to God, and then just keep moving. So I'm good. I'm here. I'm good. I'm breathing.
I like it. And Calvin, how are you?
I'm good. I think that yesterday was something for me as well as y'all as well.
Right.
I hadn't cooked a meal like that. I put that kind of work in a long time. I think I prepped the stuff 3 hours earlier than you guys were here. So just to make it an easier meal to cook like while you guys were here. But that kind of like brought some joy back to me, just being back in the kitchen and actually creating something like at the level I did, because that's what I'm used to, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know,
You got leftovers? Because the way y'all been talking about this food.
I definitely do not want to eat. I definitely feel like I'm fancy now, so I do not want to eat anything else but
I'm gonna need
Calvin's
my
food.
invitation for the next.
for sure, we can definitely work that out. But I'm doing good. I think that once again, that really put me in a space mentally that allowed me to, just be a little happier, because we talked the previous episode, just how I couldn't see it, but I'm good. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm excited to continue the process that we have as far as the podcast goes. I'm grateful that you're here as well.
Amen. I appreciate it.
But I think we've been talking really real positive. I think we got some shit we got to talk about. I think it's time for some shit we should talk about.
Leave it to Calvin.
My favorite.
Leave it to Calvin to start stirring up some shit. Let's go.
All right, so this is one of many questions you can't see because I didn't prepare. But if everyone will name the most toxic thing you've done in a relationship, in or outside, like you can go as grimy as you want. There is zero judge zone, unless she was beating bitches. We can't do that.
Oh, I'm gonna keep quiet then.
Jesus Christ.
I get it. I'm playing.
But whoever wants to start, I'll go last because mine's just kind of, it's a tie-in with Georgetown too. It's a weird tie-in, but yeah, y'all go ahead.
I'm not a toxic person, so y'all have to.
That's the most toxic statement I've heard. I'm not a toxic person.
I am not a toxic person.
You never did anything toxic in your whole life?
In a relationship?
Yes.
Or no, I can't. I seriously can't.
You never did anything toxic to any male?
No.
Because this is in or outside of a relationship.
No.
Never, ever.
There is nothing anybody can help me out. I don't have no.
It look like she want to say something back there though.
I have one. Mine is simple.
Let's hear it.
Stayed, y'all. Stayed. And it was, even if I was in a relationship, look at me.
You don't know the difference?
Stayed. That was it. Just stayed.
I think a lot of people have stayed.
Definitely have done that.
That's toxic.
Stayed longer than I should have.
Yeah. The door was open, but
this wasn't as fun of questions I thought it was gonna be, because y'all is not.
You want my list?
You want dirt.
I want the internet.
I got you. Okay.
I need 20 minutes of content. Let's
the
go.
most toxic thing. Okay. Took back a gift. Let's see.
That's not toxic. What was the gift? If it was some cheap shit, then
it was my Dior. It was the Dior Sauvage, and I gave it to somebody else. I gave it to one of my friends because they took.
So you bought a male perfume or
yeah, and they asked for it, and I was like, I don't know if he'll get it back.
That's low-key toxic.
Yeah,
that's high-key toxic.
Just and you know why? I learned it from them.
They took something from you and gave it to someone else?
They took something from me, but they used it for themselves.
Regifting? We can talk about that too. You don't have anything?
No, because I'm not a spiteful person. I'm not a vengeful person.
You ain't never beat up on your dude.
No, I've never put hands on a dude. Because I've never put hands on a dude. I remember when I lived in San Antonio, I was at work. my coworkers were talking about one of the girls had gotten into a fight with her husband or whatever, and she said she threw a lamp or something at his head or something like that. And I was like,
the head?
Yeah, and I was like, what?
She got
and they
angry.
were like, you never thrown anything at your husband? And I was like, no. Like, they made it look like I was abnormal because I didn't do shit like that.
A lamp?
Like,
that was it?
Yeah,
I threw a TV at.
yeah, like I remember I was like, is something wrong with me? Because I don't be doing shit like that. Like I'm too much of a person to do. I truly believe in what you reap is what you sow. You know, I'm not gonna do. I know that shit is gonna come back on me, and I don't want it to come back on me. Or I know how it feels. You know, I know how it feels to be cheated on. So I'm never gonna do that to somebody else because I know the hurt and the shit that I
Man,
So nothing toxic.
No.
Nothing toxic.
No.
Why
She ain't trying to tell her business. That's
No,
right.
I'm serious.
Nothing toxic. Cheating is the be all end all. That's as toxic as you can get.
I know.
Nothing in between.
You already know
No.
my story. I emotionally cheated.
Lord have mercy.
That was like
I
10 years
got
ago.
nothing. I got nothing.
All right, Cece.
I got a 30-minute story. So one time,
Let's go.
you know what?
That's how it always starts. One time.
This one time.
I pulled a TI and a Nunu and snatched the necklace.
You
once.
snatched the chain?
Yes, I did. I did.
It's the drama for me.
It's really not. I see this today. It's not toxic. It's theatrical.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like the spin.
I
like the spin you put on that.
Theatrical. I'm using that now. We need to get that on the shirt.
That's a new word for toxic. Yeah, it's not toxic. It's
I've
theatrical.
never been toxic. I've been theatrical. Maybe once or twice.
There you go.
That sounds better.
I
That's toxic trying to make it sound better.
even when you try to spin it, I'm trying to think. Now, do I have some theatrics? I ain't got none.
Do theatrics. One time I was this theatric in. Most definitely. What about you, Calvin?
Oh yeah, it was one time. It was crazy. Like, I think this is when I was younger though. So
How
disclaimer.
younger?
When you were theatrical.
How
No,
younger?
this is straight toxic. There's no other word
No
available
sugarcoating.
to describe what I was doing at that moment. So, the Jack in the Box in Georgetown. There's one off the corner next to. Is it next to the college? Y'all from Georgetown?
Oh, Jackson. No, it's not next to the college. It's off of Leander Road. It's right there on the
Well,
corner.
it's in Georgetown, right?
It's
I'm
in
like, I
Georgetown.
don't
off
even
of
know.
Leander.
It's like you're in there though. So
Yeah.
I had listed the person I was
Depends on how long
dealing
ago it
with.
was.
I had listed the girl I was hanging out with to take me to a job interview. I was not going to a job interview at Jack in the Box.
Where were you going?
The Shorty's house in Georgetown.
Oh my God.
It was a quick walk.
That's what
you
you
know what I'm
on?
saying? It was a quick walk. She not only dropped me off, I handled my business, picked me up
From Jack in the Box.
from Jack in the Box.
Ah, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Well, you know what? I took my ex's car and I went to go see one girl, but I detailed the car and gassed it up when I brought it back. So
Oh
it's
no,
cool.
I didn't have no money. I was
That kind of
like,
offsets it. Offsets it a little bit.
That's not toxic. That's theatrical.
that was toxic as fuck.
So I've done some like
Shady shit.
shady shit, but not in a relationship. You know.
What is the
Okay,
question?
so
What's the
it's-
question? Most
what about
toxic
a
thing you've
friendship?
had done in a relationship or outside of one?
Okay. So I was looking at it like, you know, outside of my relationship. I was still looking at it like a relationship type of question.
No.
Okay, so let me tell you, this is back in high school. Now, mind you, my 20-year high school reunion is about to come up, so this is a long ass time ago, okay? I remember going downtown and some dudes, you know, this is back in the day when Hits from the Street was on, you know, remember Hits from the Street, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay, that's before y'all time. Anybody that was born in the 80s know Hit from the Street. Anyway, but so people were walking downtown with a camcorder and like talking to people, going up to people, talking to people. Remember Hits? Okay, so these dudes came up and they was like, "Oh, let me get your number." Da 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 da. So I gave them a number, right? The number that I gave them was to the Georgetown Police Department.
That's a good idea. Don't give me ideas.
No, a whole 512. Yeah.
It's not just 911.
So when they walk, so like a couple weeks later, I was walking down 6th Street, and then they was like, "You." So they was pissed off because they called the number and Georgetown.
I didn't know there was a back door to the police.
Yeah,
you got the main number.
Yeah, I had
Can
the
I
main
have
number.
that number just for personal?
I don't have to memorize no more. But that was my go-to number. Like if I'm not trying to give you the phone number, I'm gonna give you the police department phone number.
You got to go to that's toxic. Go to the extreme. You couldn't give them Dairy Queen's number.
Nah, call it GPD. They got it. And I bet you won't call no more.
Bet you he ain't asked for no
or ask for numbers ever again.
Okay,
Not
besides telling
Fucked him
people
up,
the
right? I
wrong
fucked him up.
name, I told somebody one time that I was a man.
Cause you want to be left alone. You told him you was a man.
I was like, look, my name is Robert. But you want the kicks and giggles? They still didn't leave me alone. So
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know some niggas who don't care. I care.
So
But
what is
I know some niggas who don't care.
That's wild.
So I do have another toxic story now. We talking about outside a relationship.
Yeah, go ahead with your toxic self. Let the river flow.
Now let the river flow. So let me tell you.
She's not toxic. She is theatrical.
Yeah, let me show you about these theatrics that I had.
Theatrics.
Right. So when I got divorced, right? I had another friend that was going through a divorce as well. And then I had a friend that had moved from college, and so we all decided, let's throw like a independence party.
A divorce party?
We called it an independence party.
Okay.
Only because it was a divorce party, but then it was independent because my friend moved from college. She just needed a new start. So we just independence. So this was like fresh out my divorce, man. I probably was like 3 months, 6 months out. And, I had...
You sound like this shit was from jail. She was like, I was like 3 months out. You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy.
So I'm just trying to preface so you can get the full picture that I was not in the mindset of a relationship, right? So I met a couple of different people. I'm dating, right? I'm dating, and when I say dating, we're just talking, going on dates, nothing physical yet.
Yet?
Yeah, not yet.
Was he spending the night?
Only one of them was spending the night.
Alright.
Only one. But I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm having a party. We celebrating me. I'm inviting all of them to the party.
Oh my God.
All of them.
Oh
all of
my
them.
God.
All of them got. But let me tell you how God worked it out, because God is on my side.
Okay, let's listen.
All the time.
I just threw it out there. You can come. I'm having a party. You can come. They all came in waves. They never crossed paths.
Hey, that's the best feeling.
Man,
Will you
God
get away with
did
it?
that.
Will you get away with it?
They came in waves.
It wasn't the she gotta have it Thanksgiving dinner.
Exactly. And then the one that spent the night came last and spent the night.
All right.
I got a reverse
You are blessed.
scenario.
I've had my exes all in one setting at a time. And I just
Wait,
looked at
you
them.
had them all?
I had them all in one.
Was it your wedding?
No,
What do you
not
mean?
yet.
What
Like
do you mean
I
you had them all?
had them all in one setting.
Setting as like a club setting? Or like y'all
Yes,
was
they
all
all
at the crib?
came out and they're like, hey. And they're like, who's that? I'm just like, oh, it's just a friend.
Oh, you said
them.
had them all. That
It's
sounded
just
like
a friend. And they were all looking
awesome.
like
It
this.
did. I thought they were.
I
You
was
had
like,
them all
wait a
at the
minute,
same
that's
all
time.
talking and
Raven,
chit-chatting.
talk your shit.
But when
Talk your shit.
But whenever
I thought you
they
were talking
were,
about had them.
oh no, that'd be fun. But whenever they were all chit chatting, this is my eyes. What are they chit chatting
What are
about?
they talking about? They're talking about you.
Man.
They
I'm
better
telling
not.
you.
They most definitely was talking about you.
Oh, I know. Oh Lord.
See, my women are catty. If they break up with me and they see me with a new female, they gonna be fighting. Yeah.
I'm against people fighting over me because I'm not fighting over me.
True, very
I
true.
let
I
y'all do what
wouldn't
y'all
do
do, but it's not.
it ain't that big a deal. Some people just don't know that though. They
May the
just
best
don't
person
know.
win.
Look at you.
May the odds ever be in your
That's the
favor.
toxic. That's the toxic right there.
Oh my God, I'm toxic. No, I am not toxic. I am theatrical. Okay?
I'm sorry. Theatrical. That's theatrical right there.
May the best person win. May the odds be in their favor.
I can't
You're the
believe
odds.
he had somebody drop him off
You're
at
the
the Jack in the
odds.
Box.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing. Like in that was like early. Like I never. That's probably like one of my first experiences in Georgetown. Like Shorty lived in Georgetown, but she got me back though. Like she ended up marrying this super football star guy, and I kind of feel away. because I see them on Instagram all the time. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. How you did me, like how you did
But
me.
you're a podcast star, so jokes on her.
In Future's eyes, you're a king.
Okay.
But that's dirty. How's she gonna like go past me? That's the toxic part of it. Like, how you gonna do better than me and I cheated on you? No.
Oh, I have
Don't
a
worry,
toxic.
like-
I have another toxic theatrical trait.
Just say we're not using the T word.
I'm using
The T
theatrical
word
because
is
I like that.
toxic.
Theatrical. So, fine. Toxic. Okay, so
Call it for what it is.
so after I met Georgia, I mean, no, only my
Stop
friend.
calling him by the state he lives in. Call him by his name.
No, I'm not gonna say his real name on here, okay? Because some people
You
are.
call
You know
other
they
people's real
listening
names.
in.
Because someone could be listening and go get my man's. He may not be my man's. He's my unofficial man. Okay, that's another
You don't know if
toxic
he's
trait.
got already.
Right? But anyways, right after like we met and stuff like that, I was like, that's my husband.
Did you propose?
No, I planned out our whole lives. And then I mean,
Is that toxic if you meet somebody and plan out your whole
Yes.
life?
that's just
Yeah.
the Pisces.
Yeah.
That is just the
Wait,
Pisces.
wait,
1000%.
Well, okay.
There is no love at first sight. You saw
Yes,
it.
it is.
No,
I'm
there's
in
not.
love with him.
There's not.
I believe in love at first
I
sight.
believe in love at first sight.
Why?
I see her. This
There
gonna
was
be
a
mine.
show.
Has that worked for y'all?
Yes, honestly.
Define worked.
I'm in love. I'm in love with him. Okay.
Define worked. Love at first sight.
I've
Define
seen her.
worked.
Georgia.
I
Yeah, I'm toxic.
So just for some things
Love at first
working.
sight.
You can love somebody. You can fall in love with somebody.
You really like 'em.
But because it ends doesn't mean it didn't work. There's a reason and a season for some things. Something doesn't have to be a lifetime for it to mean it didn't work.
Then we have to define what worked means. Then
Like I'm in love
Like-
with this Snooky Puff.
I'm sick of you.
And love at first sight means you fell in love with them. I feel like
How can you fall in love so quickly?
I feel like if over the years
match
that
your
I've
energy.
experienced love, my love at 18 has been a different type of love, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't love. My love at
That's actually what it
25,
means.
yeah, my
That's
love.
what it means, though. It means
What?
it wasn't love. But if you
No,
if
it's
you,
a different
it
type
was
of
love.
love.
So
It
what-
is.
so what is love?
It
What's
was
love?
all that you known at the time.
Exactly.
Define
exactly.
love. What's love?
man, now you being difficult.
What's love?
What's love?
What's love?
Love can be many things. Love can be
Why? Why
love
can't
can
it
be
do
in
that?
the
That's
form
the
of
disconnect between
action,
women
or
and men.
But that's being real. It's in the eye of the beholder and
Yeah,
how you
for me,
I don't like how y'all
I'm
ganging
a
up on me.
person like my love.
When you came out mad aggressive, I'm talking about my three experiences
At
of
least
love. What love? Like you're not gonna take
you
away
should be
my
on my
love
side,
from
goddamn
me.
it. Jesus Christ.
Like it's just like having like the love languages, you know. My love is like it's act of kindness, and it's also
Love languages.
like love languages, like the 5 love languages, like act of, act of
I hear it, but I
services.
don't know what love language
So,
is.
Well, let's dive into love languages. Let's go. Let's go. Keep talking, Raven. Keep
Everybody
talking.
needs to take the test. Love,
Yes,
find
we
out
should.
what your
That's
love
That's what we should do
language.
next time. Like everybody takes the test.
I don't think you need to take the
Where's
test.
the
Yes,
you
you
do
do.
need to take
Like,
the
I
you
think
need
you
to know.
can. I've never taken the test, but I know what my love languages
Wait,
are.
Take the
I don't
test.
know what it is.
And then
I know what mine are.
see,
Mine's are
just,
word-
just take it for shits and giggles.
Mine's are
I
act
like
of
this.
service. I think is it kindness?
You don't have to take a test to know. Like I know, I've read books on love languages, so I know what mine is. I know what triggers me. I know how it makes me feel. You don't have to take a test to know your love languages.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're coming into it in your
Mine
late
is definitely
30s
acts
or
of
your early
services.
20s.
Mine's
Not exactly like doing stuff for
Mine's
me.
quality time.
Mine too. Quality time, acts of services, and like what I mean by that, you don't even have to necessarily do anything for me. But if I see something, like if you're doing something for someone else, if you're opening the door for like a little old lady, like that melts my heart. Like I'm in love with you.
I just want you to play video games with me and be cute.
What do you guys with that definition? What she just said. What is her love language? In that she just wants you to play video games with.
Quality
Quality
time.
time.
Or is that
okay.
acts of service?
Quality time.
No, that's quality time.
Why is that quality time? Because if it's acts of service, if you're actually going to go play games with her, isn't that an act of service? Like
No,
she doesn't
because-
want to do that.
Acts of service is more doing something for somebody, like washing their car.
Why is it defined like
Or
that? What
cooking
if
for them.
playing games is that for her? Because washing your car, is that for you? Like if a man washes your car, that's an act of service. If a woman washes or hangs out with her,
I'm doing it based on the test.
Yeah.
And based on the
this
test.
is why you can't take the test and know what the fuck you're talking about, because
Also,
you have
but
to.
you said they-
But if you do take the test and say she answers the questions how she wants to answer the question,
Man,
and it falls under the quality time category, she's still gonna know what her love language is. It might not be defined like your definition.
No, but the
based on
test is supposed to let you know
What your love language is.
which is more important, right? So if washing the car is an act of service, and her having a person play games with her, that's an act of service. That's not quality time.
Yes, it is, because she loves. Do you love? Wait,
No,
do
no,
you
we're
like
not
spending time?
we're not talking about her. We're not talking about her. We're talking about the other person.
No, but the
this is what
love
she said.
languages is
I
based
get
on
what
you.
you're saying.
You know what I mean? It's based on you, and then like,
no. So the attribute of quality time, right? Spending time with somebody, right?
Right.
If she meets somebody who likes
I see what you're
to
saying.
play video games only with her, like they don't play video
Yes,
games.
that is an act of
out-
service. Yes,
Exactly. That's what I'm asking.
Oh.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a huge difference. Like quality time could literally just me be sitting here with you. Right? That's just me being present. Like I could be playing the
That's
game,
me.
she could be doing whatever, or he can be doing whatever, you know, but you guys are in the same vicinity. Like
That's quality time.
that's what quality time in my opinion is described as.
Everybody doing something different. We just sit in the same room.
Per definition of what the love languages are, quality time is just being in the presence of somebody.
Okay.
I like being in the presence of somebody uninterrupted. Put your phone down.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Put your phone down. Then we
Turn
can
your
be
phone
up
on.
under each other.
Is that toxic?
I just like
No.
being. I don't even
To be
like for my
to
quality
wanna be
time.
underneath.
You don't even have to be
No,
with me.
I
You
don't
could
think-
just
No,
be in
no.
the same room.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's
check on
a
me.
common feeling. There's a common feeling when you are in the same room with someone that you're, intimate or you've been in a relationship with. It's just a common feeling. They could be in this room, you can be in that
Yeah.
room. You just know where they're at.
That's
and
how I
you know
wanted
how
the name we don't
you know
speak of.
what energy they're on.
Like
you
the
know?
name we
I don't
don't
want you to
speak
be in
of.
the other
Like I just wanted him to be in the other room.
Exactly.
I don't want.
Like I didn't want to see his
Wouldn't that
face.
be
I
a
just wanted him to
toxic
be in the
trait?
other room.
No.
If you want them right underneath you all the time.
No.
No,
I
not
think
exactly.
it depends on the person, because that's we can dive into physical touch.
I don't think you need to be up under each other all the time.
Physical touch. But
But some people do like physical touch.
People do like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a love language,
Nah.
right? Like some people really
I
just.
just want to be in the same room. You ain't got to be. I get hot.
Me, like, I don't want to look at you. Be in the other room. Do whatever you need to do. Every now and then, just be like, "Hey, are you okay?" Or like, blah 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 blase blase.
So receiving gifts, does that make you a gold digger?
Ooh.
not
No,
necessarily.
because those gifts aren't built off of your wants. Like as far as materialistic things,
It could
thought
be.
about
It could be a
thinking about
cupcake.
giving gifts. Like if you know I'm in the kitchen all the time, you buy me a fucking spoon or some shit. That's a gift. That's a gift
Gotcha.
giving quality.
Like I feel like it's something that you don't even expect, or something that
It's
you
just
don't
that you
ask
thought
for.
about me.
Yeah.
You know, this is something
It's not
that
a
I like to
surprise.
do.
I don't want it to be like the gift giving is not a surprise. It's an action based off of who you know they are.
You don't think it?
I feel
not
like
a
it could be a
No.
surprise because, like, if I'm like, because you do like keto, right? If I brought you like a keto book, or
Right. If
something,
this is something that I talked
I
to,
don't think that's
Yeah.
that's not a surprise.
it is a surprise. If she doesn't know that I'm bringing it for her, it's
No.
a surprise for her.
It's not a surprise if you expect that. If that's your, we're talking about love languages, not personal experiences. So if my love language is gift giving, I expect
But wouldn't you
to
be
bring me
surprised
gifts
for a
that.
spoon that you didn't know you were going to be receiving? That's a
But that's-
surprise for you.
It is a surprise, but
It's the
still.
spoon for me.
Me too.
But gift giving isn't necessarily based off surprise. If that's a love language, that you've already communicated that to your person that you're dealing with, so they should know if that's your love language. They should bring you trinkets and different things, not necessarily bringing things of high value, but things that match you. Shouldn't be a surprise if that's your love language, because you expect that. Love languages are expected, not wanted, not needed, not asked. They're expected. That's what makes it a love language.
I don't feel
think
like
that
it
is
has to be
expected.
expected.
feel
I think that if you're a person that likes to receive gifts, like you just verbalize that, I like you to just think about me.
But you're not thinking about it as
If
a
someone
love
brings
language.
me
You're
a
thinking about it as
cupcake out
just
of
an
expectation,
everyday
not
thing.
out of
I'm talking about you're
expectation.
in a relationship. You're in a relationship with this person. You're committed to this person, and this is your love language. This is your love language. Physical touch, I don't have to illustrate that physical touch is my love language. I've already expressed that to you.
Right.
You should already know. So you should come by, rub my face, rub my hair,
But you don't have to do it all the time.
Yeah, but
if
it's
it's
If it's a love language, you don't have, I dated someone who liked to receive gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did get the gifts, it doesn't have to be all the time, but it could be random. I'm just letting you know that I'm thinking about you. And that you're somebody special in my life.
That's a surprise for them.
That's a surprise, and it meant a lot.
In that situation, I don't think we're looking into love languages.
I feel like it is because
I know that if it was if that person was an act of service, then I would go, pick up their car and take it to get detailed, or go buy. I know you wanted new speakers, so let me go buy you new speakers because that's or go do something for. Let me go pick up this for you. You do shape it differently. How that person's love language is.
I think that's what makes it kind of like the love in it, like the unexpectation.
You're thinking about what they like and making a positive effort in doing what they like.
You're literally thinking about the outside looking in. You're not thinking about the person whose love language is actually that.
No, I'm thinking about myself. Like because I like acts of gifts.
You're not talking about the actual love language. My love language is gift giving or is receiving gifts. If that's not my love language, but if it was,
okay.
I don't care what y'all think that should be. Y'all should be focused on the actual act.
Which is what I said.
So
me doing
surprised.
Me doing the act.
But
me buying something and giving it for you, that's giving you a gift so that you're receiving the gift.
But you don't know that you're receiving the gift. And I think that is the big thing behind it.
That's going outside of love languages. Because love languages aren't received as surprises.
You shouldn't
if I date you, so let's say I date you, right? And I tell you my love language is quality time. Let me tell you that. And then you come up with a way to think what my quality time looks like is what you guys are saying. If I say quality time is what I want, this is what I need, this is how I feel in a relationship, quality time. So my quality time attribute, because these are attributes, is I want you to be around me while I play 2K. I want you to be around me while I watch this TV show. You don't have to do anything else but be around me. But if you interpret it in a different way, you've lost the love language conversation.
But I feel like it's kind of like
you've lost the communication right then and there.
I don't even think it's necessarily that, because if you're telling people like this is what I want, this and this, that's kind of just like that just defeats the whole purpose.
That's the whole point of love languages.
But
that's how you love. That's the whole point of love languages.
I feel like there's a surprise always behind it.
That's true. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not taking away from that. But love language, we're talking about love language is the 5.
Yeah.
The 5. That's taking away from what those 5 are.
What the surprise in it?
It's taken away from what I'm asking for.
I think that makes what the love language is. Like I
agree with Raven.
Because I feel like if I know what you're gonna do, it's not gonna be as. It's not gonna. I feel like for me, the purpose of love.
Why would you tell me your love language if you want surprises?
It's not even that I want surprises. Like I don't care what you get. It's more of I don't care what you do for me.
The thought
I don't care what you get.
You guys are looking outside of the actual love language structure.
For me,
the test you guys took was inaccurate because you guys are clearly going outside of the love language structure.
No, but I'm just saying if I'm like if my love language is
let's talk.
Now
go, Cece.
I see this list of love language and I see what they are, and so quality time, because I want you to play video games with me, and physical touch, because I want my belly rubbed.
Man, I want my belly rubbed
that would be my love language. So when somebody asks me what's your love language, physical touch and quality time.
And if they go outside of that, that's kind of disrespecting what you already provided to them. You know what I mean? Like if I say you like your belly rub, and they rub your belly, but then stop after a certain amount of time, you still be expecting the belly
I feel like
rubs,
going
right?
outside of it would be if I tell you that I like quality time and you keep buying me gifts. I don't need these
outside.
gifts.
Yeah,
that's outside.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Not what
But you said over rub.
But we're saying like receiving. Like I'm going specifically off of receiving gifts, right? We have receiving gifts. So that's my love language, right? If my significant other is like, hey,
if I come to you like to receive gifts, and I walk through the door with something from Neiman Marcus and say, "Hey, I thought about you,"
and I'll be like, "Oh my god, I don't care what it is. I don't care.
It's just the but I thought about you.
You thought about me, and that's what it says.
And that fulfills your love language.
It said giving your partner gifts that tells them you were thinking about them.
I'm talking about from the male perspective.
Point blank. Period.
You're talking about from you receiving stuff. You're talking about your own personal love
I'm talking about exactly what it says.
Giving is
Receiving
different.
gifts.
So for
That's
you, it
what
would be
I'm
an act of
saying.
service because now
I'm
you're
saying-
the one who's going out to get it.
Robin, do you want to tune in?
Throw in the flag.
She threw the flag, y'all, for us.
Let's talk about this last paycheck. We got this. Let's talk. Let's flag.
Flag on the play.
That's another topic on y'all. That's a whole nother.
Flag on the play.
That's
You know
one
what?
episode in
Maybe
itself.
mine
Love
is-
language. Everybody take the test.
Maybe my love
I'm not
language
taking the
is
test,
receiving
but
gifts
read
because
the
I
book.
sure received
I
that
read the
jersey.
book. I read the book that's based off the test. But yeah. Welcome to
Okay.
the Can We Talk podcast. This is-
Yeah.
Can you? What's the book called? So that I really want to check it out to see
Yeah.
kind of what
Actually,
your
you know
perspective
what?
is.
You know who actually put me on? Sierra.
Okay.
Yeah,
That changes my whole
you
thing.
Respect,
Let
you
me-
respect
let
your
me-
opinion, but you don't respect mine. Exactly. She put me on. She put me on to that, and she
whenever
explained it to me step by step.
It's because Sierra,
word by word.
Exactly. That's
'Cause
how
you know
Sia.
C.
That's how Sia explains it. She's
Exactly.
just like, and I'm like, oh. But I want to read the book for myself
Karen,
to kind of
for me,
see
it's-
where
it's-
she's
it's
come from.
out of there.
No.
Most definitely. What is this book called and who is it by? Where can I get it at?
Get it off Amazon.
I've been
It is
waiting to
off
chew a piece of
Amazon.
ice.
He's like, well, C, if Sierra said that, yeah, I'm going exactly what C told me. C taught me. She schooled the fuck out of me, made me look stupid as hell when I was saying stupid shit or crazy shit. I was just like, no, this. She was like, no, Calvin, based off the book and the this, and this, word for word. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I thought quality time really just meant me walking past you, like, hey, give me a hug. Nah, it's so much deeper than that. And
So
all these
are
five.
you saying? Okay, so I want to try to understand you.
What's your words? What's yours?
Mine.
Pick two. You can be all five allegedly, but what's your two? What's your two most important?
Acts of service because I love doing things for people, other people. So that just
That's
feels-
yours.
Yes, I love doing things for other people.
Can't be yours.
Why?
If you love
You
doing
like what
acts.
you like.
Yeah,
That's what I'm.
And giving
It's what
gifts?
you like.
but that
not,
makes me happy.
No. It's not what you
You
want to
doing
do.
acts per people is
Doing
different.
helpful things for your partner. That's what I like. That's one of my love languages. That's how.
No,
No.
it's what you.
That's what I like.
That's toxic, guys.
No. It should be what you like. What
What
do you
I like
like?
receiving.
So if
Yes.
acts of service is something
Yes.
that you like,
What can somebody
that's
else
receiving
do
for you, right?
you to make you happy?
Not
That's
what you
love
can do to make
language.
other people happy.
What?
But that's what makes me happy.
No. But what can somebody else? What can somebody else
Okay,
do
y'all,
for
I'm
you?
done.
What can somebody
Where's the
else
flag?
do?
Where's the flag?
Oh, now she wants another flag.
Look, I'm gonna
Okay,
need another,
so
I'm gonna need another drink
definitely-
for this.
You know what?
We're gonna need one more for this.
Right? Okay, so people doing like I guess quality time. I love when people spend time with me.
Stop saying people. We're talking about relationships.
Yes.
Your man or woman, whatever you decide to do
Or
in that
both.
moment, or both of them. What do you want from that particular
Quality
person?
time. Quality time. I do like receiving gifts. It doesn't even have. It could be a cupcake. A freaking cupcake, y'all. Listen.
This is the
listen,
third
Georgia.
time you said cupcake.
Georgia, if it could be a cupcake, any kind of form of cupcake. Let me stop. Okay, and I would say physical touch, but sometimes I get annoyed with people and I don't want them touching me. I don't want them near me because they annoy me. But I know that it is physical touch, where it used to not be because I used to not be a what's it called? A
Toxic.
no, not toxic. A theatrical. Just kidding. No,
Talking to the mic, lady.
what is that? I used to not be a affectionate person, but now that I am. So I actually learned to be an affectionate person from all my friends and stuff because they used to give me hugs all the time. I'm like, what are you doing? And now I learn to love like hugs and just like sometimes I need that. Like I love it. But those are mine. Shoot, I think all five of them are mine. I love them all. So.
Which you can though. That's perfectly fine.
But I really do feel like acts of service. Like I
for you?
Yes, for me.
Like that makes you happy doing things for others.
Yes.
That's the opposite of what love languages is supposed to be per you. Like for you. You would like people to do the same for you as you would do for them in that situation.
No, not really. I really don't care.
Then that's acts of service isn't probably
mine is quality time and words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, I fuck with that.
Yep.
Make me feel secure.
Yeah, words of affirmation.
Be supportive. If I tell you I have a bad day and encourage me, lift me up, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just need words of affirmation.
That was definitely my ex that we don't speak of.
Who shall not be named?
The one that's on my jersey. Because it's my jersey now.
Chill.
Not that he messaged me and told me
Let
he
that
don't
jersey
want
go.
anything to do with
Burn
me.
it.
Let that jersey go.
It looks cute on me, y'all.
Let it go. You know, when I get out of a relationship, I gotta rearrange my room and I need a new comforter. For real, I rearrange my room and I need a new comforter.
And not that I still have the teddy bear Esther that I got from him.
Oh Lord, Brittany, go ahead. So what's your two?
Quality time and words of affirmation.
And why are those two? Why those two?
I just like to. We don't have to be doing. I'm that type of person. We don't have to be doing anything. We can go walk around the domain. We don't have to even go shopping. I just want to be with you. I just want to have intellectual conversations, and I just like being in your presence. Words of affirmation. I just. It's kind of like the saying, check on your strong friends. So I feel like I do so much pouring into other people every now and then. It feels good to have somebody just be supportive of me and lift me up and encourage me and just speak life into me.
I said Raven turned the
So can we? Well, I mean,
these are the
we're
five.
talking about
I don't think I saw
languages, but I get dating to fall in love, but do we not date to have fun? Like, can we not casually date and just have fun, or is it just we're too grown for that now? Like, I don't want to fall in love. I want to have fun.
I think that's an amazing question because I think
it's a personal preference.
But influence with everything we see every day factors into that as well, right? I think that you should just do whatever you want to do.
Whatever makes you happy.
Just do you, regardless of what you see on a daily basis. Like getting standards set for you is not it.
Dating should be fun though. If you're dating somebody, it should be fun. You should be enjoying yourself. I feel like a lot of times people do put pressure on. And I think
dating to marry. That's the whole idea.
And
dating to marry.
And I even had to learn this for myself. I think sometimes social media, society, just people are so focused on getting to the next step that you forget to enjoy now. Enjoy this moment. If you're dating somebody, enjoy the moment that we're in. Don't worry about when we're getting engaged and when we're getting married and when we're having because if you continuously look at the next thing, at the next goal,
you'll see past what you're looking for.
Yeah, and you're missing out on all of this that we could be enjoying now.
Fun.
Yeah, the fun. Right. So dating should be fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because y'all introduced me into love. Go ahead. You said but?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, but I don't. I'm 37. I have a son, and I have parents that I help take care of. And so, I got my career and stuff. So I don't. If I'm getting serious with somebody, I definitely don't want my time wasted. You know what I'm saying?
So dating, in your preference, dating for fun is having your time wasted.
No.
That's kind of what wasting time is a part of the process.
No. I'm talking about having fun when I'm dating somebody. So I've never been the type of person that can date multiple people.
Me either. I can't fuck with more than one person.
I don't fuck with more than one person. I don't have time. I'm not trying to get to know. I got too much other shit going on. I have to make sure my son's good. I have to make sure I'm focused in my career, and I don't have time to entertain all of this other. I don't have time. So if I meet somebody and conversation and okay, this might potentially go somewhere. Now, as I'm dating them, I'm having fun in that. That's what I'm talking about.
I've dated 2 people at once, and
how'd that turn out?
It's like one person like definitely made up for the lack of the other person.
So you get a balance.
Yeah, it was like a balance. Eventually over time, I turned out single, but
it's always that one. When there's 2 and you don't pick one, you always end up with 0.
Right. It's been one time, but that's just like, okay, we're still talking, we're still, trying to get to know each other, and I'm not kind of feeling you no more,
Damn.
It's kind of like one of them situations. I don't know. I just feel like open, like you gotta wear.
Damn,
you gotta
you
have
spitting?
options.
Is this Austin definition? Like this just sounds like Austin at a high level.
Wow.
This sounds like Austin, Texas.
It's like if you want to get serious, let me know you want to get serious.
But no one wants to let everyone know they're getting serious. No one wants to let them know.
Exactly. Yeah, I get serious.
I'll let you know. I will let you know.
But my heart is in this
now. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, let's have fun. Yeah, what we doing?
Well, we enjoying it.
Let's have fun. Okay, cool. You got some time for me right now? I'm not gonna ask you who on your line, what you got going on. But do you have time for me right now? Because I want to go do this and have fun.
So let me ask you this: so when you were dating multiple people at one time, or 2 people at one time, how you feel about them dating other people? Like how does that?
I don't want to know nothing.
You don't want to know nothing about it.
And I'm not gonna tell you nothing about what I got going on unless you say, let's get serious.
How you feel if you're dating multiple people, right? And then you decide to pop up on 6 or go to the domain, and that other person that is out with somebody else. How that gonna make you feel?
Don't be toxic.
Introduce me to your friend.
Done. We're done.
If I tell you where I'm at,
if you doing your dirt too, right?
I'm gonna go right up there and be petty. Oh, hey,
I'm gonna spit on my love language.
Introduce me to your friend.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my love language. I'm gonna be like, action service.
I just want to know how that works. When people are doing them, is it okay for the other people to do them too?
Yes.
But you don't want to see it in your face.
Now I get what you're saying about active services.
What you doing this
look at it.
Are you sitting at home? You ain't gonna go
because you makes me understand it more. This chart makes me understand it more.
We still need to see Cece's top 2 of her 5 love languages. You could be all 5. That's a thing.
We said.
What do you say? What'd you say?
I said I like physical touch.
Or something else. You know what I'm saying?
Ray was like, that's a service because I like doing services.
But I love doing things for other people. So what would that be for me if I'm like doing other things for other people? Would that be?
I like to take your car and go get it detailed and come back
That's an act of service.
That's
like doing something.
But that's for someone else, though.
Doing something for you, not you doing something for others.
I don't care if they do anything for me.
Then that's clearly not.
No one ever does anything. No one ever does anything for me.
Why you capping?
It's because I'm a theatrical.
Toxic Chronicles, episode 4.
A 4-part series
with the first episode 1 relationships.
So Cece, what's your 2?
We said
we didn't say nothing. This is you.
Okay, me.
Okay, Raven.
Me, myself, and I like physical touch. You know what I'm saying? And quality time.
You can be 5. 3. You could be all 5.
No,
honestly.
Words of affirmation. Make me feel secure. And so words of affirmation. You know what I'm saying? I like to be told. I like to hear you say you love me.
I love you,
Cece. And appreciate.
Yes, I like
appreciate
that.
you.
Make me feel appreciated because I go find somebody else to make me feel appreciated.
Okay. Period.
Cece gets somebody to feel each love language. She got 1 for words of affirmation, 1 for acts of service. She got 1 for quality time. She got 1 for gift giving and 1 for physical touch. That's how she get there.
Just tell me. Just tell me what you are.
If you ain't feeling all 5 for this person, you ain't.
She said a balance. She said 1 answer for each person.
As long as I got 1, they got each.
Come on, man. I just said, we young, let's have fun and see. We ain't gotta be all serious and whatnot.
I feel that.
Girls just wanna have fun.
Thank you.
So a crazy topic that I don't know why this is like a thing.
It is.
Like transgender athletes playing in the respectable sports that they've transitioned to.
Okay.
So men who have transitioned
So
to
Texas
women
is actually
play in women athletes and vice versa.
Texas is actually getting ready to vote on a law that states transgender, whatever is on their birth certificate is the sex that they, if your birth certificate says female, then you've got to play girls basketball. If your sex says,
I believe it.
I kind of wrote something down behind this.
Yeah.
So that I can remember it today. So, sorry, I'm talking on the mic now. So I was thinking about this a lot, and I read the article too about the one earlier that you sent us, and I was thinking about when y'all remember back in elementary, right? When you're in gym class and we have I don't know about y'all elementaries, but we had races, but it was never like if we were doing races,
it was a free for all.
It was a free for all. It was girls and boys racing against each other.
Yeah,
right.
And sometimes the girls won, sometimes the boys won.
This is true.
That's
Yeah, but you're talking about undeveloped bones. Everyone's the same speed. Everyone's the same speed.
But still, we never focused on, okay, all the boys get in line, all the girls get in line.
I think sometimes we did. It happened in some
middle school. When we get in middle school,
I'm talking about elementary.
Middle school, you start getting into your body. You can actually beat some people.
Okay,
Elementary school, y'all's all on the same foot. Y'all feet size is all the same. What are you talking about?
Girls is taller than boys.
In elementary, I don't know. I think I was the same height as most women.
Boys hit boys hit their peak when you're tall. But
I feel like I was the same height as everybody.
I know I was taller than a lot of
I'm the same height as everyone in
I know I was short.
A lot of short
No,
boys.
you're not taller than me.
Yeah, them boys be short.
I am 5'2" and a half.
But they have to middle school and then they're tall.
Right.
In
That's what I'm
elementary,
saying.
I said in elementary the boys be short.
That's
And
what
I guess,
I was
honestly,
girls were taller than me when I
I
was
think
growing
I
up.
see it from a different perspective because one, I grew up on a farm. If you didn't know, I grew up in the country, and I had 2 older brothers, and I had my sister too. So we were always playing we were always rough playing with my brothers and stuff like that. We would play territories to try to kill each other. But that's beside the point. But
Wait,
we'd
what?
also what?
What?
Huh? Anyways, let's go on to the next question. How to get away with murder. Anyways, we were always racing with bikes and stuff. So we never really thought about
Boy or girl, gender.
Boy or girl, or we never just really thought about that specific. But now, as we're transitioning into a new era where this is more coming to light than before, we really have to kind of think about this. How is it gonna it's gonna affect you?
I personally think they should have their own league. You can't tell me
The transgender league?
yes. And transgender
That's a thought.
should have their own league.
I've heard that conversation.
That's a thought. I have not heard
I just
that.
don't think it's okay for somebody to transition. LeBron James.
It wants to be a woman. That's what I said. I was
Wait, is he
LeBron
really
wants to be a woman. Could he be in the
No,
WNBA?
Raven.
No, but they use him a lot.
That's how rumors get started. Is LeBron transitioning to? Is he really? No.
He got
This is just
white
an
kids,
example.
he's a head and a half
LeBron.
on.
Which I
Him
wouldn't
and
have a problem with
Savannah
that.
are doing just fine.
I wouldn't have
He
a-
is not leaving Savannah. Okay.
I wouldn't have a problem with LeVon.
Not LeBron.
Who is? Oh no, she did. Laverne. You mean Laverne?
LeVon, get it,
So
girl.
he plays sports on the women's team.
He's breaking necks.
There you go.
He
Boy,
is
got
breaking
off,
necks.
he was looking at him
They gonna have them girls hurting,
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's. I don't
kicking them in the titties and all kind of
respect
shit.
it.
That's not what's up.
No, hell no. Me being, in the gay community, I'm gonna watch my tone. Just no, it's not okay.
But I mean, I'm not in
So
the I'm not in the identity. I'm not in the space of transgender. I'm not in that space. But for me, the easy question to answer is, where should they go to the bathroom? That's an easy. That question defines the whole narrative.
I want to hear Cece's answer.
That's a good question too.
Being a part of the community, how you feel about certain things. Do you your stance on Calvin's question? I want to hear you answer that question.
I don't know. I think you can there should be, you got the boys' restroom, you got the girls' restroom, and then there should be a restroom for anybody.
A gender neutral.
Gender.
That's what I'm asking, because I think one of the biggest like controversy issues is like today. If at any point a man decides to become a woman, she or him, whatever you want to be, described as, depending on your life and your lifestyle and stuff like that, they go into the girls' restrooms, and then you're sending your little girl or whoever into these restrooms, and you're having someone who has transitioned into a woman in those restrooms. And let's be honest, like, everybody ain't nice.
You're right, exactly. And I personally, my daughter went in that restroom, and at the end of the day, you never know. I would not feel comfortable, point blank, period. So that's where you have the gender neutral restrooms. You know what I'm saying?
But then who can and can't go in there?
First of all, if it's a pot and a urinal, hey, that's just what it is. It's a restroom. I went out to a winery, you know what I'm saying, and they had restrooms, and they were all gender neutral. It was like man, woman, rhino.
What the sign look like?
They had a man, they had a woman, and they had a rhino.
Today.
Oh, okay. Like a rhino?
Yeah, like a little rhino. Yeah, and it said man, woman, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starbucks actually, it's so funny that we're talking about this. I was at Starbucks today.
It's not funny.
No.
I'm just
Like, you see my eyes get big?
Like, oh my God.
So I was helping someone tutoring someone with accounting, and also I was like touching back on my accounting days. But anyways, I had to go to the bathroom, so I saw that they had a gender neutral bathroom. But before I even saw, I was like, where's the
regular bathroom?
I was confused because I was like,
they only have gender neutral.
Yeah, they only have gender neutral bathrooms, and I was like, that's an idea, and it was one stall. But then I think my opinion has kind of changed. It has shifted because a few years ago, like before, like even having like friends in the community, like. I think I would have been like, no, I want them to have a separate bathroom or whatever. But now that I actually have a friend who is a transgender, and I totally understand what y'all are saying. And then I also have friends who are in the LGBT.
Who's y'all?
I'm just talking about y'all.
Oh, okay.
Because y'all are,
I'm just checking.
Y'all.
That's he got on me about we in my love language.
Y'all know I'm from the country. I get excused because I'm from the country. That's another shirt. But now that I have friends that are in the community, I kind of see it in a different light because I want equality for them as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, but I do see it as a parent. Like if I was a parent, I'm not a parent, y'all.
Me either.
Yeah, but I do have like nieces and nephews. So like I do understand like the safety of like one in your family and stuff like that. But then I also see like my friend who talks about like fighting so much for that equality, fighting so much to just get even a simple thing as wanting to use the same bathroom because they work so hard to get that name, and like how their face lights up when they got their name and their new ID.
Yeah.
And saying like that's not my name anymore, you know what I mean? So I can see it from 2 points of views, but even more so leaning towards like I just want equality. But it's kind of
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But also like seeing like the sports, like like the sports and like how it's not an equal opportunity just because like
one's enough.
Men,
like but one's enough. Like I am for everyone doing whatever they should do and can do. I'm big on that, but how do you weed out certain elements? Yeah. You know what I mean? When I brought that analogy up as far as like gender neutral bathrooms, girl, boy, and someone who has made a tradition, whether being man to woman or woman to man, how do you regulate that kind of experience? Because if you're a woman or you're a little girl, you go to the girl's bathroom. If you're a little boy, you go to the boy's bathroom. And especially, if you are a mother of a boy, you probably bring the boy to the girl's restroom and do whatever you need, and vice versa, right? But how do you weave that narrative out? Because once again, everyone isn't nice. Everyone isn't doing exactly what the law should state, and how do you protect that?
I think you have to have those conversations. I think it's similar. It's not the same, but it's similar to having to talk to your black son about different situations. And so I feel like in that community, it's the same thing. You know, you educate them. You look, we're going into the store. You know, if you have to use the restroom, you look, sometimes people aren't friendly. Sometimes you have people that are very accepting, but sometimes they're not. So, you know, if you run into somebody that's saying something, you know, rude to you, then come back and tell me so that I can go address the situation. The same thing that I would advise my son, being a young black boy, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that don't like you just because of the color of your skin. You know what I'm saying? And if you get stopped by the police, you do X, Y, and Z. So I feel like it's kind of similar to having those same conversations. You just have to, you know, acknowledge and inform, educate.
That's what I think it's about. Educate. No, I actually I have a friend. I recently befriended somebody, and they are transgender. They are transed over to a man. So I had no idea. I thought he was playing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Ooh, stop playing before I knock your eye out." You know? And so, like, after that, you know, we talked about some situations, and I know, like, you know, they kind of adjust themselves a little different, and you just kind of have to respect that, you know. So it's again you know, I asked a lot of questions too, you know. So it's just like she said, educating yourself on how important. Reading up on it, ask questions you don't offend anybody, or you don't do the wrong things, or you know what I'm saying, because you want to be treated just any way anybody else would be treated.
Yeah. And I think you said something yesterday about, like, you know, being an African American, like, man, and then also transitioning. How it? Do you remember what you exactly said, Calvin?
I didn't transition. What?
No. What you said? We were talking
when you transition.
No,
when Calvin transitioned.
No.
I was like, hold on, I've been needing my whole life.
That's not what I'm saying. No,
how did that make you feel? How were people accepting?
Hold up, this is not the narrative, guys. I've been a male my whole life.
Okay, rewind. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, and you were talking about, like, how, like, if someone was to transition, how it's, and you were just saying how it's similar to being like telling your boy, like, how it is to be, you know, black in America, basically. And, like, how is it's still, like, we have to kind of, I don't know exactly what you said about getting ahead. Like,
I would say, like, I think I know what you're talking about as far as, like, standing on coals and letting your feet burn type shit. Like, when it comes to new information, we can only base ourselves off of what we know in the moment of us knowing. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the same for every kind of race in the universe. But I think for black people in general, I think that we have to go with what we know. And unfortunately, we don't know a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we know a lot, but we don't know enough to form an opinion.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain instance, when it comes to the LGBTQ community, transgenders, even black women, black men, white people, Hispanics, Indian people, like all genres of a person in this country, I think that we should really not feel bad for not knowing.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and take the time to understand.
Take the time. You have to educate yourself. Like, even in that article, I thought it was crazy. Not crazy, but I really thought it was, like, I was just so surprised. So, you know, I was listening to the news and them talking about them, you know, passing this law or whatever. So me and my son were having a conversation and actually pulled up the article to find. I was very surprised to find out that the first transgender athlete was back in the 1920s. I had no idea that there were transgender athletes in the 1920s. I just feel like the society and the way that they've kind of shunned the LGBT community, you know,
you shouldn't be shocked, honestly, if you see how we get dealt.
I know I know.
And you even see recently with Asian hate, like, you see how people
are just learning about it because the surgery's new to us, or
no. I think the surgery's been a thing.
Yeah.
I think the surgery's been a thing.
But
I think
since the
that
what is it?
1920, and that was the first on record. So there's probably more
there's
before.
people who paved the roads.
Yeah,
definitely.
before that, I just feel like it's kind of like what's in our history books. Whitewash, just throwing that out there.
I'm telling y'all,
they
remember
teach
that?
you what they want to teach you. This was left out of, teaching us for a reason, but they make it seem like within the 70s and the 80s and the LGBTQ community just started happening. No, this has been a thing, but y'all just have hidden it, and that's what frustrates me. Like it's sad. It's sad for people. You know what I mean?
No, it is, and I think that to close that whole topic up, because we want to finish with some positive shit, because it's just been,
I'm sorry, y'all.
One of those pods.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I be bringing the heavy shit.
I like
but
it.
I feel like it's conversations that need to be had.
Exactly. It's one of them.
If I was educated on something I didn't know about, so there's other people that probably didn't know about it either. So I've been trying to bring the knowledge.
I feel like it's
sometimes
the same.
it be heavy though.
I feel like it's the same how we want Caucasians to be educated on like Black people. We want them to know like what we're going through,
know how we feel
exactly.
Listen to us.
So we got to take that same concept and educate ourselves with transgender.
Exactly. I 100% agree.
Yeah,
I 100% agree.
Are we talking about shows?
What's this?
Because everybody needs to watch them.
Let me tell you.
I am on episode 3.
I'm on episode
on this
6.
Brutes.
On them.
Oh, them.
We can talk about them. I haven't watched them yet, but
You need to watch it.
This is something that really caught my eye. It's on HBO. I think it's on HBO Max. It's called Brutes.
I need a pen for my sticky notes. I came with the sticky notes, y'all.
This actually gives you piece by piece definition of how different races began. So from the start, Christopher Columbus type shit. It gives you details of how he invaded certain lands, and
Is this free to watch?
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, I got that.
So let me make up a new email because
it breaks. I think it's a series. I think it's only on episode 2. I don't know how long it's gonna go, but it literally puts in perspective like what it looked like. They have reenactments and stuff like that, but it really shows you like, okay, this year, the year we celebrate Columbus Day, this is what happened on that day, and it shows you like how the white folks and the Europeans cleared out a whole nation, piece by piece, literally piece by fucking piece, in detail. It'd be like, this region was conquered this day, this region was conquered by this day, this region was conquered by this day.
What you're telling me is my mind got to be right when I watch this.
I can't watch an episode and not be in the right mindset. Like I have to watch it with wanting to gain knowledge. I can't watch it in the background. Like I have to be focused on it, or I will do this a disservice.
I get upset.
You will get upset.
So but
it's not just about us. It's about everyone who's colored our color.
Right. People of color. So I'm gonna get upset. So I need to watch this on the weekend because I can't watch it on a Monday and then go look at some people on Tuesday. Because
the white folks, it was you.
I'm not gonna be able to do my job right.
Me sitting in the street.
Everybody attitude. Y'all gonna get the attitude today.
Right. Look, I done seen what y'all done did to my people. And
you guys should definitely watch it. You should definitely watch it. I'm only, once again, I think there's only 2 episodes. I've watched 1.5 at this point. I haven't finished the second episode just because I have to be focused on it because it gives you so much fucking knowledge. Yeah. And it takes you to every kind of like any place in the world. It takes you to how that world became white.
And it's Brutes. B as in boy, R as in Raven, U, T as in Tyler, E.
T as in toxic.
T is in theatrical.
T is in theatrical. E is in elephant, and S is in Sarah. Because I thought it was saying roots.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch it. It's just a crazy base. Like you ever sit down and like wonder how you got here? Mm-hmm. This will teach you how you got here.
Oh yeah, let me stop. Yeah, you right. Watch it on the weekend.
I know how I got here. It happened back in 1983. You know,
my great grandpa.
I don't know what my mama was doing, but she put it down and reversed it.
is your flipping never playing yet?
That's how I got here. I know how I got here.
They're gonna play that. They gonna play that in the streets tomorrow.
I'm gonna ride out jamming today.
Missy Elliott, she knew what she was talking about.
Did you guys have anything else you want to talk about? I think we've reached the pinnacle. We actually made it to almost to the 2 hour mark.
If you have not watched the show, and I know y'all haven't watched it yet, please watch them. It is so
it's juicy.
Good.
I feel like I have to be in the same mindset as watching Brutes. I mean,
you'll have a little bit of nightmares, but like
only thing I saw was the black woman slapping them. I was all in.
Listen, that slap was
I was all in. I don't know. I don't care what the story is.
Okay, so I finally figured out who that actress is. The neighbor is.
Okay.
No, she's from Juno. That's Juno.
Wait, Juno herself?
Yeah, like the lady Juno, like Juno, the movie Juno, and it's so weird to see her play
white
like
woman?
that. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Slap her. Yeah, I'm all for that.
I didn't know that was Juno. I
had no idea.
And I hate seeing like actors and actresses that I love playing movies like this because I'm just like, oh, I just be so into their character, you know. Mm-hmm. But yes, if you haven't seen them, please, it's on Amazon Prime. Please go watch them. Okay. It's so good. Yeah. That's it. And Henry on there, he's handsome. She's pretty too. Like the whole cast is just great.
Beautiful. Any movies you're watching, Cece?
Melanin. Any movies that I watch. I watch
TV shows?
Kong or Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, we talked about that.
Yeah, I watched that. It was actually
how did Kong make you feel?
He a real dude. He was
really with the shit. He just wanted to go home.
That's it. He just wanted to be in his crib and sit in his couch and chill. You know what I'm saying?
Godzilla was the antagonist.
But he wasn't. He was being antagonized.
Okay, I fell asleep because I have to watch movies like 20 million times before I can watch the whole movie. And
wait,
I watched some of it with the name we don't speak of, and the part that I felt
this movie just came out. What do you mean with a name we don't speak of? What happened? This movie just came out a week ago. I thought we was done.
You've been very theatrical.
I told you I'll stay.
That's the worst thing. That's the toxic thing you did was
not me doing the church finger to exit.
The one finger flex. Just, can I go? No, Usher. The Usher gonna let you sit down.
Okay, he has what was it on? He has the movie thing.
You sounding crazy.
What? I'm drunk.
Did you guys have anything else?
I've been watching an anime, Attack on Titan. It's pretty good. I'm like
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's season 3, episode 18.
Is it on Netflix?
Hulu? I believe it's on Hulu.
Is it Hulu?
Ooh,
yeah,
I got Hulu.
That one. And
I can't watch it. I think
it gets.
Does it get better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I tried. And I was like, I'm not fucking with it.
Sometimes the dialogue is just like it'd be a little long. You know what I'm saying?
Have you watched the one on Netflix with it has to do with like the cells and they have the white blood cells and the red blood cells and like what they're delivering the red blood cells. I think they're delivering to the white blood cells.
That sounds like cool. Osmosis Jones.
Are you watching a cartoon
right? No, but Demon Slayer was actually a better one, a better anime. Demon Slayer.
Is it 1 or 2 seasons?
Oh, they only got 1 season out right now, and it's on Netflix. But yeah, that was actually, I was into it episode 1.
My son turned me on to anime.
Yeah,
Anime's been like out longer than your son.
Do you ever watch the Chef one?
He turned me on. Yeah, he put me on.
Do you ever watch like the Top Chef anime or whatever it's called?
I don't like that
You don't like it?
all they do is make ramen. Like the whole, that's all they do.
You just want to get on us about this ramen.
But I'm gonna make my TikTok ramen.
Okay, tell me how it is because I'm gonna make it next.
Right, that's what we finna have next week.
Y'all gonna be upset.
I'm about to go
home. I think it's about time for you to let us cook.
Kitchen is where we cooking up the ramen.
Okay. You're gonna let us cook for you.
I mean, if y'all cooking that, it's a no for me.
It's a no for me.
Anyways, it's gonna be a secret.
We're gonna cook for you.
Yeah,
no.
With a fried egg.
Okay,
I'm cool on that.
We can make it better. I promise. It'll be the
now if you're following TikTok.
I like the.
I'm gonna put all those seasonings you put on the shrimp on top of the ramen.
The squid and chives and ramen.
Yeah, that's that ramen.
That's that. I don't know.
This ain't no top ramen, no
That's that bottom
97-cent ramen. It's
Have y'all ever had bim bim boppity boop ba la bop?
Bibimbap?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Have you
I've not.
It's a noodle dish.
Okay, so basically they give you like
It's a noodle dish. You put a raw egg on top,
and they cook everything in a
oh,
stone bowl, and it's still cooking when you get it.
that's the difference. It's
Drooling
still
right
cooking
now.
while you get it. The shit y'all showed me, the bitch put the raw egg on the food while the food was already done.
Put that brown sugar in there,
Right.
I don't know about no raw
and the
egg.
extra little green onions that one TikToker did.
Man,
Listen,
green
you
onions
out here
set it
listening?
off.
Definitely gotta have
boy.
Where's
green
those
onions.
claps? The claps.
Can we get the clap for the green onions on the ramen? Yay!
Anything else?
I got the positive note whenever y'all ready for me.
Thank you. These are for you TikTokers.
Yeah, y'all set it off.
All right, Britt, go ahead.
All right, the positive note for this week. It is a note to self. You can't control how other people receive your energy.
Ooh,
Anything
yes.
you do or say gets filtered through the lens of whatever personal shit they're going through at
Preach.
the moment, which is not about you. Just keep doing your thing with as much integrity as love as possible.
I love that. That relates so much to me.
I that's actually something I can go and take home and
Put that in the
have
rap. Rap
Yeah.
that.
Here, I'll
real.
I'm gonna
just-
try it.
Here, bring it over here. Start with spot. Can't control what they
Hey. What you tell him, what you tell him. Hey, what you tell him,
You
what
know
you
what?
tell
Maybe
him.
I'll be a producer.
No, I
Facts.
need good people out there. I need an engineer
I got
who's
you.
willing to work for free, and I'll put you in the credentials.
All right, guys, this has been a really fun-filled episode. I thought we were going to split it in half. We couldn't because it was just such a good conversation flowing
Absolutely.
from start to finish. We have Cece Hustle, of
Appreciate
course,
it.
Raven Brown,
Hey.
Brittany Hill.
What up?
This is the Can We Talk podcast, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
right.
Thank you once again,
Thank
Cece
you.
Hustle, for being
Thank
here.
you.
We got some
Thank you for
pictures
being
to
here.
take.
Hey, I
you.
loved it. I loved it.
I'm glad you guys had fun. Let's take some pictures and let's end the night.
Bye.